Garbage Day isn't just another day in Fox Point. For one collector in particular, and for those along his route, it's a chance to exchange hellos and smiles, among other niceties. Brittany Lewis introduces us to the man collecting and giving out kindness.
Life can get a little messy sometimes, the everyday items piling up. But in Fox Point,
hi, Paul,
there is a man who takes care of even the smelliest garbage.
We had a very stinky garbage.
With a smile.
We did have some bad garbage cans, and Steve was kind enough to help us out with that.
Steve is Steve Schulteis.
This is one of the smiliest families in the village of Fox Point.
Also known as Mr. Steve.
Now, this is what I see all the time, every Thursday morning. So, okay, check it out, and that is how it is. And then when I leave, that's what I see.
He has worked for the village of Fox Point for 35 years. For about the last 8, he's been on the garbage route, a route that consists of more than 1,000 homes, each one important to him.
This is one of my special moms here.
The Sells family moved to Fox Point 4 years ago. Steve was one of the first people they met.
He's got this smiley face sticker on his little cart, and like he had the exact same smile on his face.
I was very heavily pregnant with my son, and he came to introduce himself and learn who we were and tell us any help we needed, he'd be there.
He also gave them coupons to get a Rosati's pizza,
which we've now heard is kind of his thing for anybody who's new in the neighborhood.
It's also his thing for new moms.
My grandma would always say, you get somebody a meal when they have a baby, and then you get them a warm meal, So I thought, well, I could get them a pizza, I did think that. So that kind of started, and it ended up to be the coolest thing.
He's now up to 62 pizzas and counting.
Because it's just, it really is kind of fun. And then you get to know them better, and you watch those kids grow up. And then I can say that's my pizza baby or whatever,
He's also brought over ice cream and lots of other things. Bubbles for the girls.
The Siminskis are another one of Steve's special families.
He brings us ice cream. And he writes us smiley faces.
The girls will leave their chalk out on the driveway, and he'll write little notes to them.
And Steve gets many notes in return.
I get this daily with little kids that draw me pictures and all this kind of stuff.
His locker at work full of kids' art.
From year to year, I'll keep it for a year, and then I'll take it home, and I have a big box full of stuff. Already this morning, this happens every day to me. Somebody will bake something for me and leave a note for me,
His cart for work.
The mermaid once upon a time was a mermaid named Rosie.
Also covered in masterpieces made just for him.
It is really fun. It's just not kind of a fun thing. It's great.
A man so beloved by those in the community, he's become the topic for school assignments.
Today, I'm going to be showing you who I appreciate most. Do you live in Fox Point? Everyone in Fox Point should appreciate Mr. Steve.
And for the days in the pandemic when hugs were rare, a life-size drawn embrace to show gratitude for his thoughtfulness.
It's just heartwarming. It just changes your whole attitude about work, and that's why I love my job. I can't help it. This community is powerfully great.
Steve says the kindness he gives out is the product of the kindness he receives.
And I'm telling you, when they smile hard when they smile. That's what I look forward to, because their smiles, they're smiling. That's not a fake smile, that's a real cutie smile.
His generosity learned from those he grew up watching.
You know why? My grandpa Schulteis was the nicest man in the world, and I really mean that. That guy was the kindest guy, and I always kind of wanted to be like him.
Infectious characteristics he is now passing on to others.
I remember it's garbage day. I know we're going to see Steve, and I know I'm going to leave the conversation just like happy and more positive about my own day, because how can I be negative after I see a man who's just hard at work so happy?
A man with a family of his own.
Those are my grandkids right there, so I had to put them out there.
Who has come to be like family for so many.
Absolutely. He's not just our garbage man, he's our friend. And I think for the kids, it's same. I don't think you see a lot of adults whose attitude is constantly so positive. And in a sense, that makes Steve childlike. And he has a sense of imagination and curiosity.
He really does his best to connect with people, and he tries to make everybody feel special. And I think that Steve's goal every day is to make people smile and make people happy.
I always say, if you are good to people, they'll be good back to you. And you know, in our world today, it's kind of crazy out there, as we all know. There's a lot of good people in this world.
At the top of the list in Fox Point, Mr. Steve. No matter how messy or smelly the garbage is.
If you make somebody happy, it makes you happy. I guess that's a good way to put it, you know.